Odds for Toby Jones to be the next sacked manager in the Premier League, 5-1. Available at all good bookmakers. Don't worry, we're not sacked just yet. I wouldn't cheat that badly. But welcome everyone to episode 7 of the first season of our Conquering the Euro series on Football Manager 2019 with Liverpool. And today we have two very big games. The first one in the Premier League against Arsenal, who you actually wouldn't believe the start of the season. You might do if you hate Liverpool and Arsenal that much, that this tie would be a 13th and 12th place game nearly in the middle of the season. And then we shift our attention to the Carabao Cup Quarter Final when we play away at the Madejski Stadium against Reading. Now, we haven't played any games since I've last been with you. The last game we played was the Dortmund game, which we crashed out of the Champions League. And I did say then, I said some things do happen for a reason. I didn't realise that. I completely forgot. But we now enter the Europa League. That's an interesting one. Well, on the first season of my bad save last year, we actually won the Europa League after being knocked out of the Champions League. So maybe the same will happen again. And that could possibly be our route into the Champions League. But to be fair, I don't think everything's all over for us yet. The form does look quite poor. There's nothing against that. And the stats don't lie and the points don't lie in the table. But the likes of Brighton and Southampton, are they really going to stay up there? I doubt it. And we're only 5 points away from European qualification. 8 points away from Man United. And if we win today, that's reduced to 5. And I think that if we win our next few matches, which are against Arsenal and Man United, but if we look past the Arsenal and Manchester United period, we've got Brighton, Huddersfield, Cardiff, Burnley, Watford and Fulham. And I reckon, to be honest, we can, if we go on a good enough run, win all of those 6 games before then going into the Chelsea, Southampton, Leicester and Bournemouth. And to be quite honest, apart from that Chelsea game, there aren't any massive stumbling blocks until we hit Tottenham really on the 30th of March. It's because we're playing all these big teams in and around us at this time. But it's always the way that Liverpool don't tend to lose against the big teams. They tend to lose against the small teams. And hopefully we can win against Arsenal at home today. Nothing really happening though since I last been with you. The funny thing is that actually Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if I can speak, the Norwegian Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has took charge at Arsenal. The former Cardiff manager, of course, and of course the former Manchester United player. So perhaps a bit of a grudge to be bared between him today. I'm not quite sure, but hired as the Arsenal manager and he's playing a 4-2-3-1 wide. But for today's game against the Gunners, we're going to go with the same formation we've been with recently. I've had a day off from FM. I'm just going to breathe, and I'm a bit more relaxed, a bit more positive about it, so I'm not going to moan at all now. But we are playing Becker in goal with Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk and Robertson at the back. The back 4 is restored from normal. Fabinho, Milner and Kate make up a 3-man midfield, with Fabinho dropping back as a defensive midfielder. Then we have Salah and Mane back on the wings with Sturridge up front, as Firmino's got a high injury risk. The only unfortunate bit is, though, is that Sturridge has got quite a goal drought. But I think that I'm confident in Sturridge that he can overturn that today and get a goal for the mighty Liverpool. I mean, both teams need a win, but apparently if we don't win today, we could get the sack, which would be quite early. But this is a bizarre one. They're playing Eddie Nketiah up front. Why are they not playing anybody else? What, is everybody else injured? I don't want to go on the under-23s. I want to go on the players. Let's have a look at the players. Yeah, Alexandre Lacazette and Aubameyang are out, but for some reason Welbeck's not being played up front. That's an odd one. So they are taking an opportunity with Eddie Nketiah, which is interesting. So their attacking threat will be weakened a little bit today. But you can't look past Nketiah. He's a good player in terms of his potential for the future. As I know, I managed Arsenal for a few years last year. So we'll ask the assistant to just keep, to be fair, just press on Nketiah, because it's important. I think he is a good player. And yeah, let's try and press as well on Petr Cech as well as Socrates and Monreal. It did work last year to press onto the centre-backs, but if it doesn't work, we can always change that one fairly quickly. Right, it's going to the tunnel. It's not the best way of football. We can adapt to any situation. That's going to go really quick now, is it? No, it's not. We're all right. We're all right. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is the only game of the day off season. It's a Sunday, the day of rest. Not quite for us today. I'm guessing this 90 minutes very much going to be squeaky bum time, because if we lose this game, we could possibly get the sack. But it's been a very good start for us. We've had 5 shots already. I'm going to go up to attacking, because it seems that we're doing very well on an attacking basis. It looks like Eddie Nketiah is a bit tired as well. So they've got a real problem of Arsenal up front. So hopefully their attacking threat will be gone. But as you know, Mkhitaryan, and Ozil and Iwobi are all decent attacking threats. But that's just quite poor from Alexander-Arnold. But Salah wins the ball back, so equally poor from Arsenal. And both of these teams think it's fair to say made a disastrous start to the season. So don't expect the highest quality of football today. Robertson into the box for Sturridge. Oh, straight at Petr Cech. And that was a clear-cut chance. But we've had 10 shots so far. So we're going to have to tell the players to get creative. Because obviously we're making the chance, which is absolutely fantastic. But if we can't get creative, then there's nothing we can do. But a free kick for Alexander-Arnold. Again, straight at Petr Cech. It's lovely that we're having the shots and we're buying the tickets for the raffle. But at the end of the day, if we can't score, then there's no point in having the shots, because there is only, of course, one stat that matters in the end, and that is the result. Bit of a scrap in the midfield, which actually falls for Arsenal in the end. Ramsey, back to Monreal. Monreal to Iwobi. Iwobi on the wing. Good pressure from our players and good stoppage by Firmino there. Back to Gomez. Can we use this to our advantage? Mo Salah on the ball. Runs for a few Arsenal players. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to shoot at some point, which he did, and Salah's wasted that opportunity. But apparently the player's been inspired by my feedback, so we've done something good for once as Liverpool manager. And I feel that there's got to be a chance that goes in at some point. We've had 15 shots. We've been playing really well in terms of the chances created. But that's quite poor from Van Dijk there, trying to play the ball forward. Didn't quite work, but he kept the ball nonetheless. That's good composure. That's poor from Gomez, but luckily Salah makes up for it. Gomez to Keita. Good pass there. Much better than the pass to Salah. Keita, good dribbling through the field. Wide to Alexander-Arnold, then to Salah. Will they combine again? No, they won't. Back into the middle. Milner, Keita, he shoots. And Cech just got enough on that to send it over. And I'll tell you what, Petr Cech is playing very well today. Well, there's been 16 shots, 8 of them on target. So I think it's very much Cech who's playing very well. Possibly we might not have had the best shots like that one for Keita. But I can't believe how many chances we're creating. It's fantastic. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many chances we're creating, whether that be one in the whole match or the 19 shots we've had. If we can't score, then it's still going to be the same amount of points. Salah into the box. Back out to Gomez. Well, he passes to Salah. Back to Alexander-Arnold. He's decent. Robertson, keep the ball, though. Robertson. Good pass to Mane over the top. Oh, that's a poor pass, though, to Keita. Keita a little bit asleep there. Nketiah on the ball. Now they've got a counter-attacking opportunity, but Van Dijk cleans up. Mane. Now we're back on the counter. Mane runs through. Mesut Ozil can't stop him into the box for Sturridge. And I knew Sturridge would stop the goal drought at some point. And finally, after 20 shots this half, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. But after 20 shots this half, on the 20th shot, Daniel Sturridge and Sadio Mane have helped to break the deadlock. A low pass from Van Dijk to Mane, and he pretty much ran the wing. Brilliant low cross from Mane. And Sturridge only had to do the rest and have a good shot. Cech couldn't save that one. He saved all the rest, credit to him. But we are now 1-0 up. And that is brilliant. We've made loads of chances this half. And I think that's exactly what we deserve. We've had 20 shots, for goodness sake. One of them was going to go in at some point. And it looks like Arsenal are very weak. And I wouldn't quite say that we're playing our best. But I think we've played well. I think that we have to tell the players that we're happy with their performance. Because at the end of the day, the big thing at the moment is morale. Let's encourage the players again. I'm going to go back to counter-attacking now. Because I do want to keep this result. And I do feel that actually... oh, no, they're a bit frustrated by the feedback now, but oh well. I do feel that our defence is quite secure with Van Dijk and Gomez at the back. Playing with a little bit of a lower line, a deeper line, but hopefully we can get another goal now to just secure the lead. Van Dijk has a shot. Ooh, that header was very close to the net, but just out. But we're making the chances again after half-time. It's really encouraging. I'd like another goal to get a cushion, as I feel this could be a goal for Arsenal now. But Keita's on the ball for the moment. That's all good to me. Fabinho, poor pass from Fabinho though. Ramsey gets passed on to Andy Robertson. This could be the goal that Arsenal need. Ramsey into the box for Nketiah. Good stuff from Alexander-Arnold, but the threat is not out just yet. El-Neni, and it's a goal for Arsenal. Oh dear, El-Neni. A good goal from El-Neni, albeit, but we're going to have to tell the players to show some passion. We've had 23 shots and scored 1. Andy Roberts, well, it was a bit of a poor pass to start with, but Nketiah couldn't really do a lot. Admittedly, Alexander-Arnold did his best, but and then he turned, hit it right towards the goal, and Alisson couldn't stop that. And that's not the best. We'll give it 10 minutes, and then we'll change. Hopefully, this could be a goal from the corner. Milner into the box. That's a shocker from Milner. Can Fabinho get to that? He can. Pay it back to Alexander-Arnold. Good stuff. Keep the ball now. Keita. Nothing stupid. Keita back to Van Dijk. Just keep the ball. Don't let Arsenal have a counter-attack. Mane. Through to Fabinho in the middle. Back to Milner. Back to Fabinho as well. To Alexander-Arnold. Can he whip a cross in? Can he? Puts it into the box for Salah. How has he missed that? Oh dear. Salah can't even get onto the target. Gomez for Fabinho. Oh, we've lost the ball again. Dear me. Iwobi. The back pass to Cech. But we should have that one in cover. Robertson. Good pass on the wing to Mane. Pick the ball, son. Mane. Should put it into the box for Sturridge, and that should be a penalty. It is the penalty. Salah's going to take the penalty, but we're actually going to change that and give it to Daniel Sturridge. I know that's a bit controversial, but seeing as Sturridge was the one who was hacked down, I think it's only his responsibility. But if he misses this now, it makes me look like a right fool. Can Sturridge get the lead back? He can. Good penalty down the left. Cech went the right way, but it was a good penalty from Sturridge, and hopefully now he should be going for the hat-trick. But we are going to make a few substitutions. Robertson's not had the best game, so we'll bring him off for Moreno. And we'll also bring Fabinho off for Wijnaldum and move Wijnaldum through to the midfield. Because unfortunately, apart from Fabinho, there's not really anyone who can play in that defensive midfield position. So we'll just alter that straight away. We'll put Wijnaldum in the midfield. He will be sort of a deep defender. So actually, we'll put him on defending. And that looks good to me. Perhaps move Mane up to a bit of an attacking player, possibly. With those two going back into defence. Hit early crosses. Perhaps run at the defence a bit more. But in terms of our possession, our defence, standard defensive line, wide defending, but a much lower line of engagement. And that all looks all good to me. Let's make sure we get the distribution right. Because at the end of the day, that could muck everything up. But we've got a highlight straight after the goal here, which I'm a little bit worried about. Monreal to Mkhitaryan. To Elneny. Good interception from Milner. Could this be the third for us? That'd be brilliant. Salah runs through. Salah shoots and is straight at Petr. That has been the case for a lot of our shots today. I'd guess at least a quarter of our shots have gone like that. Can we get another one? Alexander-Arnold curves it just over the bar. There was a right curve on that one. That was going wide, but then all of a sudden just massively curved. But albeit just went just over the bar. Danny Welbeck's on though now. Mane's got a bit of a niggle though. We'll have to bring him off in a minute. Alexander-Arnold into the box and Sturridge nearly gets his hat-trick. Oh dear. Sturridge just off the post. It ran so horribly for him there. But to be fair, I think we've played well today. We have made plenty of chances, which is absolutely fantastic for me, I think. And hopefully, if we bring Shaqiri on now, it'd be lovely if Sturridge could get his hat-trick. But almost the most important thing, the most important thing definitely is that we get the win. We've got 2 minutes left, 5 minutes of added time. But I'd say we've commanded the match today. We've done a lot better than we have in the previous match, albeit that Arsenal are weakened today. But nonetheless, we've beaten Arsenal 2-1. I'm not going to speak too soon because we've had a few late point drops, if you like, from a win to a draw. Surely not this time, though. Alexander-Arnold deals with it, chucks it out, and that should be it. 95 minutes comes up, and that's the whistle blown. We've got we've got 3 points there, not 5, from that match, and we're only 5 points away now from the Champions League. And all of a sudden, even though we've been on an absolutely dreaded run, that win just puts a bit more confidence in us. And hopefully, our confidence will be boosted even more by a win at the Madejski Stadium in a few days to get through to the last 4 of the Carabao Cup. Few changes then for this game against Reading at the Madejski. We've put in Shaqiri for Sadio Mane, and Wijnaldum replaces... Where is he? That'd be Keita, there we go. But we've got quite a few players with high injuries, so I'm not surprised. We've only had 2-day turnaround since the Arsenal game. We've already played 4 games from up. This will be our 5th, and we've still got 3 games before the end of the season, which just shows how hectic this season can be in terms of the wins. But I'll just show you how we've got on in the Carabao Cup so far. How we've got it. We've only played 2 games. We've actually had to go to penalties on both of them against Bournemouth and QPR. The other teams in this so far in the quarter final have they actually played yet? Not quite yet. Tottenham and West Brom also played tonight, but it's Leeds United and West Ham, Tottenham and West Brom, ourselves and Reading, and Manchester United and Chelsea is possibly the biggest game of this one. I would say possibly it'll be ourselves, hopefully, Tottenham, West Ham, and then / Manchester United / Chelsea, which gives us a hard game whatever the circumstance, because even West Ham in the semi-final will be a very tough draw, particularly over 2 legs, having to go to the London Stadium. They are a very good team, West Ham, but hopefully Reading should be quite an easy one today. They are playing a very defensive formation. They're playing a 3-3-2-2. I've never seen that one before. 5 at the back, with a defensive midfielder, 2 midfielders, and then 2 up front. But hopefully we should win today. And I think we just have to tell the players we expect nothing but a win, because to be honest, here we should be winning with how much how many defenders they've got on. Right, let's change to attacking, because I think we ought to be able to control this game. But let's have less direct passing. Play out defence, focus the play on the right, and the left. Hit early crosses, all that sort of stuff. Disputes playmaker, out of possession. A bit of a lower defensive line, but a much higher line of engagement. Can we get a goal straight away? Milner on the edge of the box. Milner to Arnold, into the box. Not quite, nothing coming of it yet, but it is a penalty. Who got hacked down there? Daniel Sturridge got took down by Thiago Ilori, who's actually a former Liverpool player. I do remember Ilori at Liverpool. I did play a few times for us, but Salah steps up, and it's been saved by Vito Manoni. What a name Manoni is, blimey. I was just saying, why isn't he still at Sunderland? But of course, he'd be down in League One now if he was with Sunderland. I can't quite believe how they've fallen from grey Sunderland. But that's a bit disappointing to lose that penalty there. Perhaps we should have made Sturridge take it, but Salah for some reason is above Sturridge in the penalty taking stats and all that sort of stuff. We've already had 3 shots here. I do notice with this new tactic that we are making a lot more chances, which is a big plus for me, because the more chances you're making off, the more chance you've got of scoring, etc, etc. But we've just missed that penalty, and that could possibly change the rest of the match. Let's tell the players to push forward, regardless of whether we score here or not. Wijnaldum to Fabinho. Robertson, put it into the box, son. Oh, he's lost the ball. To Bacuna. Good old Bacuna, wow. Bacuna gets the ball back, though, but Robertson gets it back off him. Wijnaldum to Milner. Can he have a shot? Not quite. Back to Wijnaldum. Good defence from Reading. Good rigid line. Alexander-Arnold puts it into the box. Nothing coming of it again. Andre Wisdom. Again, another former Liverpool player. Wijnaldum to Robertson. Robertson to Milner. Milner back to Fabinho. To Wijnaldum. To Robertson. Can he put it into the box? He can. Mo Salah redeems himself from that penalty miss. And he gets it in the back of the net. It's only took him 7 minutes to redeem himself. Andy Robertson, the architect there. He's had a lot of assists this year. And I'll tell you what, Robertson is doing very well down that left-hand side. But he hits it right to Milner, back to Fabinho. And really, Robertson is the core of this set piece. Not this set piece, but this play here. A lovely cross into Salah. And all Salah has to do is put into the empty net, which Vito Manone doesn't really occupy. But there's a few former Liverpool players in this squad. Who's Yaya doing when he's at home? I thought it was Andre Wisdom. No, it's not Andre Wisdom at all. Okay, fair enough. Let's just gloss over that. So there's only the one former Liverpool player in Thiago Ilori, but a few famous names in there, the likes of Manoni. Well, famous names, but names I've heard of before. Liam Kelly, McNulty. I don't think I've heard of McNulty. I know Phil McNulty, who is the... I know Phil McNulty is the BBC Sport lead reporter, but what was Mignolet doing there? We've played Mignolet in the cup games because I feel a bit sorry for him, but that is absolutely abysmal. Liam Kelly to McNulty, and he pretty much just runs through. He has a shot, and it was a decent shot, granted, but it was really just straight at Mignolet. It was more of a hopeful shot than anything else, and it's now 1-1. Our defensive play is really something to be, to be desired. I know that if you're going for an attacking formation, then defence isn't really much of an issue. But can we get a goal back straight away? We nearly can. Salah just wide there. He could have a hat-trick, unbelievably, Salah could, within half an hour. He obviously could have scored that penalty and then scored that goal just there. But nonetheless, we've conceded now. We can't change the past, but we are having a lot of shots, albeit that these shots are from range. So we might have to change that in the opposition instructions, because we're not playing too well. If we're just making loads of shots and not really doing anything from them, apart from the fact that Milner's just scored. It took a massive block from Liam Moore and a massive deflection from him, but albeit, we are now back ahead at the Madejski for the second time, and that's more than we deserve. Shaqiri on the left-hand side. He puts it into the box, I think, here. Yes, he does. Sturridge can't do a lot with it, but he just passes it on. Liam Moore gets it out, and then Milner's a shot, and the goalkeeper is phased a little bit by Liam Moore's deflection. But it is still classed as a Milner goal, because he's the last Liverpool player who got the touch there. Just before half-time, though. And we are in the lead, and it would be lovely, wouldn't it? For the first time in a while to have 2 wins on an episode. It's probably the first time since episode 2 or 3, because in episode 4 we lost 1 and won 1, and then in the last 2 episodes we've lost both games. But episode 7, I'm feeling it. Episode 7, also the number of Kimi Räikkönen. I'm recording this on Monday, so I've still got the feeling of Kimi winning the US Grand Prix yesterday. That was an absolutely fantastic Grand Prix. I did love that, but we're not here to talk about F1. We're here to talk about Liverpool and Liverpool only. But if we win this game, I know it's only against Reading, but again, it builds up morale. Every win matters. And I know, well, it's always the horrible bit being the favourites, because if you win, it's like, well, you should have won anyway, but if you lose, you get absolutely crucified. So you can't really win as the favourites, but as long as we win this game, it's job done and very much a box tick for me. And we also got to go to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, which means we can get our first win of the Liverpool save and conquering the Euro and our first trophy. Lovely ball from Salah into Shaqiri, but nothing quite coming of it there for Shaqiri. That's quite poor, to be honest. One-on-one with Manone. I guess it was a good save by Manone, but not the best by Shaqiri as well. 35 minutes to go here at the Madejski. Trent Alexander-Arnold's been booked, and we actually will bring him off because he's shattered. Oh, no, we can't. We can put Gomez there, actually. That's okay. We'll bring Lovren on for him. Do we bring anybody off? We'll bring Salah off, because we can't again. We've only got Mine on the bench, and he's shattered as well, so there's no real point of that. A good free kick, though, from Shaqiri. And that was very much, well, it was on target, but Manone got across to save that one. Very good stuff from Shaqiri. He does promise a little bit, Shaqiri. He just needs a goal or two to put something in him. Apparently, 7.6 is his rating, so he's bigger than Milner. I don't quite get that, because he hasn't got he hasn't had an assist or anything to bolster that, so it just clearly shows he's had a good game. But he really could do with a goal. And we could do with another goal, or else Reading could possibly get the second, which is nearly what they've done there. Colin Quainer went very close from a cross from McNulty. But we're going to have to bring Robertson off. He's hurt something. He's not quite damaged ligament, I don't think, but his condition is very short. We're going to bring Glenn McCauley on as well for storage. I know this sounds absolutely stupid, but you haven't seen any of Glenn McCauley, I don't think, because we played him off camera a few times, but when Firmino was injured, Glenn McCauley was our third striker. We did have Solanke as a choice as well, but Solanke's got a high injury risk, and McCauley scored a few goals, so he might well be a bit useful. But we haven't got long left now. Hopefully we can close out this game with a lead. I'll tell you what's very bizarre, if we win both of these games 2-1. But a win's a win, I'm not complaining. 5 minutes to go. We've gone a bit more cautious, and hopefully that should be it. We're into the last 4 of the Carabao Cup. Come on. Gomez from a throw-in, and that should be it. Takes the throw-in, quite a poor throw-in actually. But that's it, we're into the semi-final, and thank God for that. So, the odds were 5-1 at the start of the episode to get us sacked. They're still 5-1 now, maybe 8-1, 8-1, 9-1. But hopefully we'll never be sacked from Liverpool. And hopefully we'll never be sacked in Conquer the Europe. But I'm sure it'd be quite funny if we were sacked for you guys anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I certainly did. 2 wins on the bounce, and that's probably the most we've had on the bounce for a long, long time. But hopefully, prosperity's coming back to Liverpool, and we can do very well now. You know, we've got that game against Manchester United, but then we've got a period of games which is... We're not going to ease through that period of games, because no game in the Premier League is easy. But I reckon that we can win most of those games and build us back up to the top 4, and that our poor period can very much be avenged by those results. But thank you very much for watching, folks. I've been TIJ, and until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.